So this week is going to be a little bit different. I have a video from about 3 years ago that I want to show you. It's Jamie and I making over this house, and we've lived here almost 3 years now, and we're going to be implementing some of the things we learned from this project we're about to show you. Some of you may have already seen it, but we have a lot of new people here, so I wanted to show it. But a lot of these things we learned doing this project in the video we're going to implement into the cottage coming up in the spring.
That did not get the dining table started, mostly because we're having company come over and I didn't want a half-finished project. And you can tell that he's a little bit snotty in his nose. He's been doing lots of napping. So
yes,
we're going to just rest up for Christmas, and hopefully you guys enjoy our home tour, and it gives you a little bit of excitement for our next construction project that's the cottage that we're working on. Today we thought we'd give you a little bit of a home tour and a look back at where we started and how we got to where we're at. We were featured in the Turquoise Iris Journal today. We'll drop a link below. And we planted a couple trees, so we thought it was a good time to share.
Perfect timing. We purchased this home in July of 2019, pretty much as is, no warranty, nothing like that. And we were super excited. Even after a bad inspection review, we went for it.
Two young kids that had no idea what was coming. We started out with an architect to help us design this beautiful house. And I remember when I saw this rendering in the video thinking, oh my gosh, it's gonna be gorgeous. But I did not think it was going to take 18 months to move in and how many ever months to complete. We still have quite a bit more work to do.
Yeah, you'll notice in the video we're going to show you some behind the scenes of stuff that hasn't been seen before, and not all of the trim's done and the flooring has some stuff going on, but it's fun. Here's us doing some demo, and we're going to kind of just go through this as we went, step by step. You know, we tore it apart thinking, oh yeah, we'll just tear down this old unpermitted addition and it would be easy. We'll just put another addition right there.
Watch me swing the hammer. All right, now Harrington's gonna try.
He doesn't have a lot more luck.
He loosened it up for you though.
That's what he says. He says he loosened it.
Then we brought in the big guns. And so many bricks. I can't tell you how many bricks I stacked. I've almost forgot how not great the kitchen was before. We still have that garbage disposal.
Let me swing.
Trying again.
She swings a hammer like a boss. So I had to remove this wire because I couldn't shovel the old insulation out good. This is actually the pantry, and we're going to show you some pretty shots here in a minute, but I had to redo the entire inside of the old house because we just gutted it. Walls, carpet, flooring, the ceiling, the insulation, everything is brand new in the 1917 part of the home, with the exception of the wood floors and a few of the floor joists. Oh, and the roof. I forgot, can't forget about the roof.
This is the window we almost thought we were gonna cover up.
Yeah, we thought that the foundation work for the addition was wrong. We're like, well, that's going to hit it right in the middle of that window, but it ended up being okay.
It worked out all right.
One of the nice things about taking it all the way back to essentially more than the studs is that we were able to really easily add all new updated electrical and plumbing, and the sewer had already been done 10 years ago, so I didn't mess with that.
This half bath is still one of my most favorite parts of the house, and it's actually one of the more finished parts of the house. I still have like a little bit of trim work to do.
Well, I remember rushing to get that bathroom done because the park next door had a bathroom and they closed it in October, and we had done a bunch of demo, but we needed a place to go, so we didn't have to get a porta john.
Had to have that bathroom done before October 15th when the park closes. These beams, I wasn't sure I was gonna like them, and for a long time they stood out, but once we painted them, it made all the difference. They still give a great architectural detail, but they're not as like bam in your face. They were absolutely necessary when we cut open the rafter ties. The structural engineer said that we had no choice. They had to go in. So now it's structurally sound and wide open.
Finding this fireplace when we were tearing walls down was one of the best features of the home that had been cemented in. It's not functional, but we loved looking at it.
My face while I'm doing shiplap, oh my gosh. I think It was somewhere around 4,000 pieces of shiplap.
Yeah, once we were all done with the addition.
That I put in, but the end result is really great, and there isn't a corner of the house that I don't love, and I think a lot of it is the shiplap. Plus, the old part of the house and the new part of the house both have that shiplap, so it's a continuous look throughout.
Pretty picture time.
Yeah, don't look at the curtain underneath the island. That will get changed eventually. It's a little dirty. So this is the pantry.
Yeah, this pantry and the bathroom in the old part of the house are really pretty special. We used builder grade cabinets, but then we painted them and kind of configured them in a custom orientation, and it looks completely original. You wouldn't even know that we spent less than, what, $500 on those cabinets?
With countertops, we were about $1,000 into my bun. We were about $1,000 into the pantry and the kitchen, and it turned out pretty great. And it still is a really functional space in our house. Zeb said that he was going to build cabinets, and I'm glad that I did not wait for that.
That was before I shoveled like 82 truckloads of insulation out of here.
Yeah. And the flooring is still holding up well, in case anybody is wondering about the peel and stick fake marble.
Yeah, and it looks good, and the floor is actually really bowed right there and slopes, so I don't know that an actual marble tile would have held up. It probably would have cracked.
No, that was really our best option. So if you have an uneven flooring in an old house, really consider the peel and stick. Plus it has a nice vinyl, the grout lines in between the vinyl, so it makes it look more like real tile, and it cleans up easy. And I'm not paid to tell you that. But you can pick up the hardware you see at jrvhome.com. Oh my gosh, that backsplash.
Hey, it still looks good, and it's been, so we finished that, what, about November? Last year?
No, that happened in the spring.
Maybe it was
Look
January.
outside.
Yeah, it must have been the spring.
It was when they were finishing up the foundation, which wasn't done till the end of March.
Yeah, so we didn't get our lumber package until April 2020 to start building the addition. Right
here you see us painting old table legs. We wound up using them under the kitchen sink and on the island. I thought that maybe it was just me is why that grout and the backsplash took forever, but when we hired somebody to do my parents' shower, they did the exact same tile, and it took them twice as long as our shower, so he said it was just really hard to install.
Well, lots of little pieces.
Natural stone that's not all perfect. So this hood, we legit had no plans. We just built it as we went and kept adding things and trim until we thought it looked good. And then we painted it.
We knew we wanted to use the corbels, and you can pick those up at jamierayvintage.com, shameless plug, but you know, the end result was really what we love. You can see it right out the front door walking up to the house.
I still don't regret not doing any upper cabinets. Here you can see the new light fixture. I love the openness of the room, and we have plenty of storage between the island, the hutch, and the butler's pantry. We don't miss not having upper cabinets.
I think it would feel really crowded.
I do too, and really you just get 2 cabinets right there. It's not like there's really any other place. French drain, let's talk about that.
Yeah, this is when we started doing the addition, and it was a lot of work, lots of lumber. It's 2,600 square feet, and
that's real struggle on my face, guys. That's real struggle.
Yeah. So the framing actually didn't take that long. It took longer than I expected.
It took longer than you told me, because you kept saying, I could get this house framed in a couple weeks.
It was the roof. The roof was hard. We built a 2-story house, and I didn't have a crane. Harrington and I lifted those up there, and Ty helped with the front part of the house, but he had to go home. So it was literally Harrington and I putting that roof together. It was tough. It
was tough, and it was a lot more physical than we thought. So if you're a framer or you do trusses, like, good job.
Hopefully you've got a team of 5 buddies.
Yeah, I'm not really your best option. I love that here I actually have my hair done, so you can tell that this was filmed just to make a video, because that's not actual construction here. Like, I was probably at the shop and then I came over here to help you.
Well, you came over and you were watching, and then you can't just watch, so you pitched in.
Yeah, and then here's where my messy bun gets stuck. Wait for it. Oh, yep, and it's stuck. Oh. We put our garage doors in way sooner than anybody would have. They got dusty and stuff, but we had to have a secure place to store our tools. So it worked out.
There's Ty.
There's Zeb. You know, you never let me up there to put any of those trusses up. I don't know why.
You know what? You didn't even hardly crawl on the short roof. This was 20 feet off the ground.
You know, I am afraid of heights, but I do have to say that after working on this house, that I can now be on the top of a one-story roof without peeing my pants. The floors.
Yes, the floors. We saved them. They're the original fir flooring from 1917. Yeah, we painted them too soon.
It's all right. Here comes in the cement work. We did all the prep work ourselves. Ty helped a lot because it's something that he has done before. That saved a ton of money. We wound up getting about $20,000 worth of cement for about $12,000 worth of like supplies and labor. We had chickens. They were the first people to actually live at the farmhouse, and they actually still live here. They're not as cute as they once were, but...
Yeah, now the rooster crows all day.
I know. He's lost his... I've lost my excitement. I love that there's already a dishwasher there.
Hey, we had to get the stuff in because it was sitting in the garage and I had to put lumber in there.
True that. I have to say that siding the house was actually easier than I thought it would be. See, I can stand on a one-story roof without peeing my pants. That's evidence.
We painted this at night. I had a big spotlight out on there.
Yeah, there's still a few spots that I'm like, yeah, that's a little lightweight. Maybe next year we'll repaint some of the areas. Oh, on the back of the house, we accidentally used interior paint, and I am proud to say that the interior paint has held up just fine.
Survived a winter and a spring of rain.
Yeah, Zeb grabbed the wrong 5-gallon bucket, and I was like, I was counting buckets, and I'm like, did you use interior paint?
Here comes Jamie's next biggest project after the shiplap is the flooring in the addition. She primarily did this all herself because I was doing electrical and plumbing trying to finish it up so we could get an inspection and move on to the next step.
Surprisingly, it did not like hurt my back, and it's a lot easier on your knees than laminate, so I can't complain.
So here's the house before we got it all painted, and here's what it looks like painted.
It sat like that for many, many months. Luckily, Dion asked us to be in the Turquoise Irish Journal, and so 2 weeks before pictures were due, we decided to do some more demo.
Yeah, we redid the porch. It needed it anyway. Those pillars were not straight or level, and it really helped the facelift on the front of the house.
Now I'm ready to finish. We have 2 more sides of the old part of the house still not done, but we will make them just as nice as the front of the house here pretty quick. The family room is a really fun place. We've got a giant couch, we watch TV, we play games. It's big enough that all 8 of us that live here can gather in one place.
It was also probably the easiest room to finish. It's like a big square.
Yeah, it's a big box. No tub.
With the exception of the French doors, I still have to get them sealed up. They're leaky.
The stairs and the banister were actually a little bit more complicated than we thought that they would be, and I still have some more plans, but so far I like the way they've turned out. I actually finished those stairs in a fit of rage at 2 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't stand looking at them anymore. They're weathered wood with white wax and a lot of buffing, and they have held up great.
Yeah, they're just wax. You can kind of see where they're getting a little wear where people walk up and down them.
At the end of the day, we love coming back to our bathroom. We have a shower built for 2, a tub that we occasionally visit like once a month, and a toilet with a door, which is seriously my favorite thing ever. Every bathroom is unique in this house. We've got lots of buffets that are chippy all over the place. Some of my favorite things. I would say our bedroom is probably one of the more finished spaces.
Yeah, and you know, we deserve it, I think.
I think so too.
I mean, I need somewhere to be finished.
Odelia's room is also done. We did a whole video on that. She's one of the only kids whose room is mostly done. We have not worked on Eliza's room yet, but she's been patient. We've been slowly getting to her room.
Well, the boys' room has bunk beds, but it's really nothing to scream and shout about. It holds their toys and it's functional for boys, and that's all it probably ever will be.
My girls appreciate a little fluff and flair. And antique furniture. Laundry room, still missing 2 cabinets from when we did the initial video, but it's held up really well and it gets used a lot. With 8 people in this house, it is pretty much always doing some sort of laundry.
The washer basically does about 10 loads a day, I think.
It does not.
Okay, 5. Now that we have the pool, we're always washing towels.
That's true. We do go through a lot of towels. We got to get some hooks to put outside so the sun can dry them out and they can use them more than once.
Coming up here, this is my favorite part, kind of the before and after. We've got the pool, which all this work we did by ourselves, not paying a contractor to do all of this. This is the reward right here.
We hired out the pool. The only thing that we did ourselves was the retaining wall and the sod, because when you get a pool put in, there is some authentic battle damage.
This is my favorite part of looking back, the compare and contrast, and where we were at when we bought it, middle of the project, and then what it looks like today.
We've now owned this house for 2 years and lived in it for 6 months. And the trees are finally in.
We really appreciate you guys following along on this journey and supporting us. We could not have made this dream happen without your support.
We had 0 construction experience before we got started on this. We used a lot of YouTube and a lot of prayer and a lot of faith, and we made a lot of mistakes along the way. I think sometimes we have dreams, but we're so afraid of messing up that we never start. And I'm glad that even though it took a little bit longer, that we decided to start this project and take you guys along with us. If you guys would like to watch more detailed videos on the farmhouse, Zeb's gonna put the playlist below so you can see all of the projects that we did throughout the 1.5 years. Be sure to visit JamieRayVintage.com and JRVHome.com. If you're interested in any of the paint products and home decor that we have, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more
DIY.